Welcome back to the cryptowrld channel, everyone. My name is Josh, and let's get straight into the Ethereum chart. This right here is the 12-hour Ethereum chart, and at the time of recording this video, technically speaking, Ethereum is still in this short-term downtrend because we have the parabolic stop inverse indicator still in the red, and we also have the 12-hour Ethereum RSI and the MACD still pointing in the bearish direction. So even though we've seen a perfect bounce in the price of Ethereum from this exact 50% level coming in at around 2,950, we have not confirmed another bullish trend reversal, at least just yet, when you're talking about these shorter term bullish and bearish trends. And over here on the daily time frame, I've drawn the Fibonacci retracement tool from the January low up to the recent high, and that puts the 38.2% Fibonacci level, which is the second most important Fibonacci level, at that same 2,950 level of support. And anything below that, I'll be looking towards the 50% level on this chart, which is coming into play at just underneath 2.8k. But then we have the most important Fibonacci level, which is the golden pocket, coming into play at around 2,500 up towards around 2.6k. And interestingly enough, when you're zooming out to the 3-day Ethereum chart, we have this massive level of support coming into play at around 2.6k, right where that golden pocket was coming into play. And this level of support has been holding up the price of Ethereum ever since the beginning of last year. So in around that 2.5k to 2.6k price range is a very important range of support for Ethereum to hold above, because if the price of Ethereum starts breaking below 2,500, then this larger price structure is beginning to flip into more of a bearish price structure, which right now has not happened. But this is just something important to pay attention to moving forward. And of course, we have this immediate level of resistance on the larger time frames coming into play at around 3,500 approximately. And speaking of resistance on the larger time frames, looking in the 3-day Ethereum RSI, we have already seen another rejection from this massive line of resistance, which technically speaking, if you're looking at history, this has been a bearish indicator for Ethereum. And so far, this has actually played out pretty well at being that bearish indicator that I've been talking about for a few weeks now. But it is important to remind you that we're not necessarily in the same situation right now compared to the situation we were in back in November, for example, because back in November, the 3-day Ethereum RSI was basically at oversold territory. So we had a lot more room to the downside compared to right now. We're already sitting back towards neutral values, which means the room to the downside in the 3-day Ethereum RSI is very much limited compared to this previous example. But obviously, we won't really flip overly bullish on the 3-day Ethereum chart until we can start breaking above this massive line of resistance, which by the way is coming into play at around 60 in the 3-day Ethereum RSI. And now giving you an important update on the Ethereum versus Bitcoin chart on the daily time frame, because right now we actually have a couple bearish signals on this chart. First of all, we have this bearish divergence on the daily time frame, and straight away this signal means that this uptrend is losing some of that bullish momentum, so we could be due for a bit of sideways price action or a slight pullback. And on top of that, if you're looking at the daily MACD on the Ethereum versus Bitcoin chart, right now this indicator is forming a bearish cross, but we still need to see some confirmation here, such as a daily candle close, to actually cement this bearish cross in place. And for any of the beginners out there, if Ethereum pulls back on this chart, the Ethereum versus Bitcoin chart, that just basically means Ethereum would be underperforming against Bitcoin. So basically, when Ethereum is moving to the downside against Bitcoin, then technically speaking, it is more profitable to hold Bitcoin over Ethereum during those time periods. But then on the flip side, when we see an uptrend for Ethereum versus Bitcoin, that means Ethereum is outperforming Bitcoin, so it's more profitable to hold Ethereum during those time periods over Bitcoin. And for those of you that have been watching my update videos, and also for those of you that have been following me over on my Twitter over the past 1 month, you would know that around 1 month ago, I mentioned multiple times that I was accumulating more Ethereum than Bitcoin because I saw Ethereum outperforming Bitcoin before it happened. And so what I've done right now is, due to these bearish signals, I've moved some of my Ethereum back into Bitcoin. So essentially, I've sold some of my Ethereum to actually buy more Bitcoin. And there's a few important points to mention. First of all, this is not financial advice. This is just telling you my personal strategy, what I am doing with my own money. And the second important point is that I only moved a small amount of my total Ethereum holding, so I'm still holding quite a lot of Ethereum. But this move that I've just executed is basically me just balancing out my portfolio, because before this move, I was very heavy in Ethereum after accumulating a lot of Ethereum down here and then making a lot of profits over the past 1 month. So essentially, I've just moved some of my Ethereum profits back into Bitcoin. And if you're looking at the Bitcoin dominance chart on the daily time frame, we are still holding above this important level of support, coming into play at around 41.3% Bitcoin dominance. And on top of that, if you're looking at the daily RSI and the daily MACD, right now they are starting to flip more bullish again for the Bitcoin dominance, which basically means Bitcoin could gain some strength here against the altcoins. If we see some more confirmation, such as a daily candle close actually confirming this bullish cross in the daily MACD, and generally speaking, if we see a further bullish reversal in the daily RSI like this, then that would simply increase the chances of seeing an increase in the Bitcoin dominance, which would technically be more bearish for the altcoins and bullish for Bitcoin. And if you want to get extra updates on the crypto market in real time, make sure you follow me over on my Twitter, and the link to my Twitter is in the description down below and also in the pinned comment. But anyway, if you found this video useful or simply enjoyed it, please make sure to leave a like down below. And if you're new to the channel, you might as well subscribe with notifications turned on for more updates just like this every single day. And before you click off, if you want to make more money in crypto, whether or not prices are going up or down, then these two videos popping up right here on your screen are definitely made for you because they can help you make that happen. But anyway, that is everything that I have to say for today. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video.